great about that, other than trying to help people who are in a state of disease.
Welcome back to the Immigration Answers Show. This is episode number 638 of the Immigration Answers Show. Today is Friday, the 19th of July. How is everybody doing? What is going on with all of you? Something on my camera? There we go. How's everybody doing? It's good to be with you. It's good to be here. I'll be here for the next hour or so, trying to answer as many immigration law related questions as I can. I hope you all are doing well. It's good to see all of our friends in the comments. I'm going to go straight to it. It's good to see everybody. I say hello to each and every one of you. Uh-oh, is Lewis having a problem? What's wrong with Lewis? Oh, wisdom teeth out. That's no good. I had 2 of those pulled last year. That is not fun. Yeah, Microsoft's having a big problem, huh? I heard planes can't take off, and luckily we're not on Microsoft. We gave up those fools a long time ago, but we'll just have to wait and see what happens. All right, let's just go ahead and get started. I say hi to everybody. I give big ups to everybody, especially all the Yardies. Peace to everybody. I might check in a little bit more later on at the bottom of the show. Janine, hello. Hi, Janine, you're on mute.
Hi, Jim. How are you?
Great. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. My situation goes back to 1961.
Oh, my.
Yes. Are you ready for this? It's a derived claim to citizenship.
Okay.
Okay. I was brought here as an infant at 1 month old. My mother and father naturalized, but my dad wasn't here long enough prior to my birth for me to derive it or to acquire it through him.
Yes.
Later naturalized in 1970. I was 9 years old. The problem I'm facing right now is the old CFR 321-1B, where it says that, let me see if I can find it, that a child, I don't know if you know, a child may acquire if his parents meet any of the following. And it says, the thing that I'm having a problem with is the child must have been under the age of 18, which I was 9, when the parents naturalized. The child must also be residing in the United States while admitted as a legal permanent resident when the parent is naturalized, or thereafter begins to reside permanently in the United States. And that was, it looks like it was changed, amended in 1978. So as far as I was concerned, I was residing permanently in the United States, but I never got a green card.
When you entered the United States, how did you enter? As a visitor?
My mom went to visit my grandmother, and she was 8.5 months pregnant, and I was born in Canada. She was a legal permanent resident at the time. They had driven there. So my father had to drive back. And after a month of my mom recuperating, she put us on an airplane, her, me, and my my older sister, and we flew. So we actually flew in an aircraft.
Right, but did you have a visa? Did you have an entry stamp? What
It
proof
says
do you
you
have?
don't need a visa when a legal permanent mother temporarily visiting abroad who is a legal permanent resident. Child's application for admission must be made within 2 years of the birth, and the child who is accompanying for readmission does not need to have a visa.
So you have no proof of your entry?
I guess I don't. Just the word of my mother. And
is she still alive?
Yep.
That's good. Okay. So what's the question?
The question is because I believe I derived citizenship, there's that little phrase.
Why do you feel you derive citizenship? I haven't heard it yet.
I was residing permanently in the United States with my mother when she naturalized in 1970.
So you're hanging it on that little subclause.
Yes.
Okay. Have you done any research on that subclause? I mean, it sounds like you're saying that that subclause went away, but you, of course, would still be covered by what you entered on, I guess. Maybe.
I believe that it was something was changed in 1978. And that's when I keep getting like I've gone and tried to get a passport and been denied because I don't have proof of a green card. And I wasn't going to sit there and argue law, with the agents.
Well, it's your burden.
Right. But it says right there, it says, or begins to reside permanently. So
what proof do you have of that?
Pardon me?
What proof do you have of that?
That I resided permanently?
Mm-hmm. I
went to school, got my immunizations. I have photos. I have affidavit from my high school, in my elementary school classmates and people that, knew that I've lived here my whole life. So I'm kind of like that. What was that guy's name? Jimmy Claus, who after so many years went to apply for Social Security only to find out that he is now, not a citizen. Mm-hmm. I feel like that's my story right now. So
sounds like it is.
Okay. So after almost hiring an attorney to try and file the N-600, because I've gone back and forth to Canada across the border. I've flown, I've driven, and not every time, but after 9/11, they started pulling me off and saying, why do you think you deserve to go back? And I say, my parents naturalized and, I lived here all my life. And they say, okay, throw me an N-600 and send me, back to California. So after now doing research and really trying to understand the whole mess that not having a green card does to me, and reading and trying to find the law, I found that little teeny clause buried deep in the 321(1)B, the CFR code. And the attorney that I was going to hire was going to charge $5,000 to just file the paper and write a cover letter. But I'm finding out that it would have been denied. And then we would have had to. I think I'm done with trying to do an N-600.
Why are you done trying to do an N-600?
Because I don't know if I have somebody who can win that battle for me.
It might not be winnable.
Well, then shouldn't I give up on doing an N-600?
If you don't do that, what do you have?
I've been married to my husband now for 22 years.
He's a U.S. citizen?
Yes.
Where are you right now?
I'm in California.
When was the last time you entered?
June. I went to see my mother because she's ill. She's 84. She was in Canada. I just got back about 4 weeks ago, and I drove.
So no proof of valid entry.
Well, when I crossed, and that's when I said, I believe I have a claim to derived citizenship, because at that point, that's what I really believed, that I believe I have a, derived citizenship. And the Border Patrol said, well, we're going to admit you.
That was nice of them.
Yeah, I know, because I could have been stuck in Canada, correct?
Well, you have to stop going back and forth across the border until this is cleaned up.
I won't anymore. I told my mom, I mean, she, she's ill. She's 84. I had to go. Yeah. And I took that, I took that gamble. Yeah. But luckily, the dice rolled in my favor. So now I'm back here. So, but there's also another thing. Isn't it called registry?
I don't know about registry.
It's and if you go down the list of the what you're claiming to be, there's a registry, meaning you're claiming to be here since 1972, and that you've continued to live and reside in the United States, which I have. So if you don't know anything about registry.
No, I didn't become an immigration lawyer till 2007. So most of what I know is sort of current times. Here's what I would say. Number one, to me, I think we can agree this is a big mess.
Yes.
Number two, I think $5,000 is really cheap to try to clean this up for you. Now, whether or not you have faith in that attorney and their ability to pull this off, I don't know. But I think there's a decent chance you're not a U.S. citizen. And so you're in a trick bag now because
I'm sorry,
you could
froze.
even.
I'm sorry.
You're in a trick bag. Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Can you repeat that, please?
Sure. I think you're in a bit of a trick bag because I don't think you're a citizen. You might be a citizen, but it's your burden of proving it.
Correct.
So, but if you apply for a green card based on marriage to your husband and they think you're a citizen, then you can't get the green card. So what you really need is somebody to sit down, research that subclause. Do you have you FOIA'd your immigration file and your mom's immigration file?
You froze again. I'm sorry. I need somebody to sit down
and do the legal analysis as to whether or not you're a citizen.
Okay. Are you willing to do that for me?
Maybe. Yeah, we could. Maybe. Yeah. I mean,
you froze again. I'm sorry.
Am I freezing, Julie, or is it her? I think it's you. Yeah, I think it's you. I don't think I'm freezing. So if you want to email me, have you done a Freedom of Information Act request of your file?
There's nothing. Yes, I have, because there's no immigration number. There's no green card number.
Yeah.
So,
how about your mom?
Yes, I have all of her information. In fact, I even have her visa application, and I have her original naturalization application where I'm listed on it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, if you want to send me all that stuff, I'll take a look at it. We can talk next week about whether or not we'd want to get involved in this.
I would really appreciate it, Jim, because I just feel that it is, it's a big web, and I just want to have something, because I might need to go see my mother again. If she passes away, I can't go. And it breaks my heart. But
I think the best bet, the easiest, cleanest thing might be to just say, I'm not a U.S. citizen. I don't have proof I'm a U.S. citizen. And I'm applying for a green card based on marriage to a U.S. citizen. I validly entered. I've been here forever. Give me a green card, and then apply for advanced parole. Apply advanced parole in case something happens to your mom.
Okay, and the advanced parole is a I-785?
No, the 485 is for your green card. Advanced parole is an I-131 based on your green card application.
Okay, so do they all get filed concurrently? And would you be willing to help me do that?
Sure.
Okay, I think that would be, I like that idea, because I feel like if I try and fight for the N600, that I'm going to be in a battle for, could be a year, could be more.
I would say 2 or 3, and you might have to sue them over it. And like I said, I'm not 100% convinced you are a U.S. citizen, because I don't know. So you're hanging your hat on that clause, and it's a nice clause to hang your hat on. I understand why you're doing that, but in my mind, I don't know if that's the right regulation that covers someone who entered at that time. But I don't know if when they amended the regulation, it could be that they said it applies retroactively. So I don't know that you can even hang your hat on that too much. So I think it might just be a whole lot cleaner. Just send me an email over the weekend.
Okay.
Say, I'm Janine. I was the first one on the show on Friday. We go from there.
Okay, I'll do that, Jim. Thank you so much for taking my call. You have a great day.
You too. Bye, Janine. See ya. All right. How about that? Yowza. Andres, what do you got, Andres? You're on mute. You're not driving, are you?
No, I'm parked. How are you?
Great, buddy. How you doing?
Doing good. You're looking better than last time we talked.
Thanks. I'm feeling better. Thank you.
All right. Hey, so I have a question. I have recently got court, took your advice. Thank you very much. And the judge was very kind to rule and he gave me termination of my removal without prejudice.
Sure.
So I have already submitted my I-30. It has been approved. My I-7 I-5 has been approved as well. So now my I-485 is pending, but I don't know what's the next thing that I should do.
So, did you file the 485 after the judge terminated proceedings?
No, I filed it before, like while I was in removal proceedings
Did you file it in the court or did you file it with USCIS?
with USCIS.
Did USCIS ever say anything about the fact that they might not have jurisdiction since your case was at the EOIR?
They never sent anything. I went through biometrics. I sent the medical and everything.
You filed the I-130 with the 485 together?
No, it was approved first, and then I filed because I was in removal proceeding. I was in detention, sorry. So I got out on bond because of my I-30 was approved, and then once I was released on bond, I
Filed the 485.
applied for
Interesting. How long ago did the judge terminate proceedings?
this morning.
This
Morning.
Today? Yeah. Well, today. Well, hot off the presses. Okay. So, well, that's good news. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So, okay. So here's what I would say. Technically, when you filed the 485, you filed it in the wrong place.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously USCIS receipted it and cashed your check, right?
Yeah, they did.
So there's an argument that I-485 is not approvable and it's sort of void. Right?
Okay.
Now, in my experience, USCIS has the discretion to continue to adjudicate it. In other words, even though you filed it in the wrong place, what we've seen a lot of times is they USCIS administratively closes the 485 because you're in immigration court until you get proceedings terminated like you did today. So if you're asking me what I think you should do, I honestly think what you should do is hire us to notify the court, to notify USCIS with your termination notice, ask them to consider your 485 as still valid and that they now have jurisdiction with citations to the law to adjudicate your 485.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, it makes total sense. Yeah, and of course, I'm afraid. I want it to be approved before we have a change of administration because things might.
You're on track now. You're okay.
Well, I did had a criminal record. It was under the petty offense, exception though. But since it was terminated without prejudice, I'm worried about that they could
Did you have an interview on the I-130?
Which one? Sorry.
Did they approve the I-130 with an interview or without an interview?
We've been married. I've been married to my husband before I was in removal proceedings, so it was a pretty bona fide marriage.
Good. Okay. So yeah, I think what I would do if I'm you, what I want to do is I want to notify USCIS as fast as I can. Hey, I'm not in removal anymore. You guys can adjudicate this 485. How long has the 485 been on file?
About 12 months, and the service center says that it's 14 months.
And if you what big city do you live near? Where would your interview be if you had one?
Portland, Oregon.
Yeah. So yeah, I would just notify them of the termination of proceedings. I'd say, we really need you guys to get moving on this. Please adjudicate the 485 now that I'm out of removal. Give them like 30 days or 45 days and say, if you guys don't decide this in 30, 45 days, I'm going to sue you, and then see what happens.
All right. How much do you think, should I call the office to get a quote?
So I would say 3,500 if there's no interview. If there's an interview, then it's, well, we actually have an attorney in Portland, Oregon, so that probably would be a little bit cheaper, but probably around 5,500 if there's an interview total.
Okay. 50, you said 15?
So it'd be 3,500 for us to take over the case and 2,000 for the interview.
All right. All right. I'll give you guys a call because yeah, I really want to get these done.
Good. Just email. Don't call. Email. Info at
All right.
hackingimmigrationlaw.com.
Okay. Thanks, Jim.
Congrats, buddy. I'm happy for you.
Thanks. Me too. I'm very happy. I'm gonna get drunk tonight.
Well, there's that. See you, buddy. That's good. I mean, you get out of deportation. That's a lot to be thankful for. And while I'm sitting here on my old brick background, I'm remembering our good friend Benson. Remember our friend Benson, the man who found himself in removal and in deportation detention, and he filed a lawsuit against the district director on behalf of 100 people in immigration detention. What was his complaint? You guys remember? I don't remember his complaint. What was his complaint about? Like, he caught them lying about something. I don't remember all that. Somebody will remember in the comments. Yeah, Dammy remembers. I forget what it was. It was literally my favorite call of all time, one of them, because remember, he sued them all by himself from jail and he kicked their ass. The local field office in yeah, it was mistreatment and ICE detention, but was it food or was it nasty? It was just nasty or something, or he got sick. I don't remember. COVID. Yeah, COVID. That was it. Oh, that was great. We should, you know what? Next week we'll replay old Benson's call, even though it's a half hour. Maybe if I'm not feeling well one day, we'll do a best of with Benson. In fact, you know that we're getting ready to do a best of podcast. Maybe we should start with Benson's call just because that was so epic. That would be fun. I think we should do it. What do you guys think? Mansoor, what you got?
Hi, Jim.
Hi, buddy. How you doing?
Thank you so much. Thank you for giving time.
Sure.
I have 3 questions, Jim, about
Okay.
if my NOIR for I-130 petition, if approved again, if I change my location from Islamabad to Tajikistan, they will send the case back to the NBC. It's can I ask request for NBC change my location embassy? They will give me interview again, or they will just request my passport embassy for biometric. I don't know the procedure.
Nobody knows the procedure. Anything is possible. USCIS could revoke the I-130. USCIS could reaffirm the I-130 and send it back to the State Department. Your request to move it to Tajikistan might get approved. It might get denied. Anything's possible. No one can predict.
But I can change my location. It's now, because now this case with USCIS, not with embassy.
You can try, but nobody has to let you. And right now, you can't even try. You've got to wait until USCIS is done, and then you go from there.
Okay, Jim, do you think should I wait for the final decision of USCIS, or should I file new case?
Nothing's going to get better by filing a new case. You just got to let the case you have work its way through.
Okay. Okay. At the same time, can I apply for humanitarian parole? Because I'm from Afghanistan, I have a security situation, I have a humanitarian reason, and I have my document. Can I apply at the same time for humanitarian parole from my wife's side? She's U.S. citizen.
Yes, you can.
Okay, thank you so much, Jim. Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye, Mansoor. All right. This is the Immigration Answer Show. My name is Jim Hacking. I'll be here for the next 35 minutes trying to answer as many immigration law-related questions that I can. It's fun seeing everybody in the comments, all of our usual friends. Rocio's getting ready to go back to school. It's hard to believe. Nora will have school in a couple weeks. Yeah. And then brothers go back that last week in August. Mark is here. Hello, Mark. Mark, we can't hear you. I think this happened yesterday. Yep. I don't know, Mark. Something's up with your audio, Mark. We can't hear you. Sorry about that. All right. Shrey is here. Hello, Shrey.
Hi, Jim. Can you hear me?
I can. How you doing?
Good, thank you. I've been on here a couple of times because my green card case was taking forever, and I had started the process of hiring you guys to file um, the lawsuit, but it just happened to come last week,
Nice.
and I received the card yesterday.
Ah, fantastic.
The only issue is there's a mistake on it. So they have my country of birth listed as my spouse's country of birth. So this was an employment-based case. He was the primary, I was the dependent. So my country of birth is India, and his is Australia, and they've put Australia on the card.
On both cards, yours and his.
Well, his came more than 2 years ago. So yeah, I think his was Australia, but
Okay. Okay.
mine took another extra 2 years, and now I just got it yesterday, and it looks like I'm gonna have to get it corrected. So I just wanted to check with you on the procedure for that, and is that something I can do by myself, and if it's fairly simple. I think I know
Yeah.
generally what I need to do, but yeah, I want to hear your
Yeah.
thoughts.
So if we dig down, is it their mistake or your mistake?
It's theirs. I mean, everything was filed with my country of birth, and actually, I think that was what was holding it up in the first place because they were incorrectly putting it in the queue for Indian applicants. But then we reached out to the senator and clarified that it was cross chargeability, and finally, after that, it started to move, and it seems like they fixed that, but then they ended up putting the wrong.
They're like, how do we? I can just see them. So, God damn, that senator's calling us again. God damn it! And so she says she's going to use cross chargeability. Well, the cross chargeability button on the computer that thing doesn't really work. So what I'm going to do is I know a great way to get this lady her green card. I'm going to change India to Australia so that this thing can get moving. I mean, does that sound like that's what happened? I think that's exactly what happened.
Yeah. So it wasn't intentional.
I'm not saying it's intentional. I'm just saying they're dopes. Okay, so you're going to file an I-90. You're going to highlight very, 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 very clearly all the evidence that you submitted in your packet that you told them that you were from India and not from Australia. So you're going to have a cover letter, and it's going to say, I'm sending you this I-90. I don't have to pay the filing fee because it was your mistake. Here, let me show you how it was your mistake. On page 2 of my 485, I said that my country of origin was India. On my evidence, I submitted my birth certificate that says I was from India. My passport says I'm from India. While we did do cross chargeability because we used Australia, I am not an Australian citizen. I was not born in Australia. It's not my country of origin. Please send me a replacement green card, and I'm not paying the fee because of your mistake. And then you're gonna send them a copy of your mistaken green card with the wrong country highlighted. You're gonna hold on to your green card until they send it to you to switch out. That's what you're gonna do.
Okay. And how long do you expect this whole thing to take?
A year.
A year. Okay. So I'll be able to hold on to it for most of that.
Yeah. Typically, what they do is right at the end when they're ready, they'll ask you for the OG.
Okay. And I do need to travel internationally before then, like in September and possibly December, so I can do
Just go.
the stamp, or can I travel with the incorrect card
I would
and
just
show them?
travel with it. You could go with the stamp if you want. You could. That might make you feel better, but I would just use it.
Use the card as it is. Okay, and then I should show them the receipt of if they question me about the country, would I just have to show them that I've filed?
I wouldn't just say the receipt. I'd bring a whole copy of what you sent.
Okay, all right. And this is something I can file online by myself, right?
I think so.
Okay, all right. Thank you.
Bye, Shrey. One of these days, you're gonna have a corrected green card, probably around the time that you apply for citizenship. Haha.
And I won't need to do my biometrics again, right?
Maybe not. Probably not.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Laura said they never asked for the old one back. That's true too. Sometimes they don't even ask for the old one back.
Interesting. Okay. Thank you.
All right. Have a great day. See ya.
Bye.
All right. Let's go to Mohammed. It's our friend. Hey, buddy.
Hey, Jim. How are you?
I'm always happy when you call.
Oh, you just made my day. Thank you.
You always ask nice questions and you make me laugh. Go ahead. How you doing?
I'll make you laugh today. How about that?
You just did. Go ahead.
How are you doing, first of all? I've been watching the show and I've seen that you've been dealing with COVID. So first off, how are you?
Thank you. I would say yesterday was the first day where I felt pretty much like my old self.
Great, great. I have two questions for you. They're pretty simple. Do F1 students need to renew their passports if the passport is expiring in less than 6 months and they're going to travel in and out of the US?
Yes.
Okay. And if you'll entertain me, if you'll just humor me on this one, but I'm gonna ask if the orange idiot is going to step into office,
Yes.
would he be able to invoke 212F to just say that, hey, I don't want foreign nationals in the US?
I think he could try. I think there's lots of. I mean, don't forget, he got inaugurated on Tuesday, and on Friday he announced the Muslim ban with no regulations, no rules. He just announced it. So I think anything's possible if the orange idiot comes back in office.
Mm-hmm. And the Muslim ban was just him invoking 212F, pretty much.
I think that's right.
Great, good to know. Well, as we say, may Allah help us. May Allah
help us. Indeed. Thanks, Muhammad. See you, buddy.
All right. Have a good one, man. Have a good one.
All right. Assalamu alaikum. See you, bud. Thanks for the call. Oh, I always like it when Muhammad calls. Hey, Donna's here, everybody. Give her a big up, will you? Donna is here. Give her a big up. All right. Christopher's been waiting. Hello, Christopher.
Hello, sir.
How are you? Mm-hmm.
I'm fine. So my question is, I filed for asylum, and it's been pending like since May 2024. I believe I had a good case. Like I was
May 2024, like 2 months.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, and I forgot what I want to say, but I just
Sorry.
on the day I filed for it, I believe I filed on May 3rd. And the same day, like almost immediately, he booked me for the biometrics, which I did the same month.
Yeah.
But also I was also looking for a job, so I got a job. I came to the U.S. as an international student on the F1 visa, so I completed my master's degree as well. So I've been looking for a job. So I got a job at the university. So they decided to sponsor me for H1B. So my question is like I wanted to know, since right now my legal status is still F1 OPT, I didn't get any interview yet. So I wanted to know, is that going to is the asylum case going to affect my H1B application? They're going to make it look bad,
No. In fact, they probably won't even know about it. Asylum used to be kept completely separate, but even now, that shouldn't impact at all. So you're still in valid F1 status. You're on OPT. Okay, good.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I'm not worried about that.
Okay. Oh man, that's great. Then that's all I had. Thank you. I
Awesome.
appreciate it.
Bye, Christopher. See you, buddy. Glad to make you feel better. All right. Ido's here. Hello, Ido.
Hi, sir. How you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
Fine. Long time. I have some question, please, to ask you. If somebody is a friend of mine, is from Togo, like me, so is married to a green card holder, is in current F1 visa statute in America. So I'm asking. I think he filed in December last year. So I think his visa bulletin is available.
So I think what you're asking me is his green card holding spouse filed an I-130 for him, but not the 45 because you can't file it concurrently.
Yeah.
And you're wanting to know if the priority date's current for purposes of filing the 45.
Yes, sir.
Let's take a look. So F2A, November 1st, 23. So probably he's got another month or two to wait.
Oh, okay. Because I saw something is like they say June 21, 2024.
So here, let me show you. So this is the visa bulletin for the most recent visa bulletin. And his category is F2A, the spouse of a permanent resident, right?
Yes, sir.
So that means that you file the I-130, and then once the priority date is current, then you can file the 485. So right now, the priority date is November 1st, 2023. And you said he filed in December of 23, right?
Yes, sir.
So he'll have to check the visa bulletin next month to see if it goes past his filing date. So if his filing date was December 3rd and it said December 1st, then he still couldn't apply. But if it said December 5th, then he could apply. Does that make sense?
Okay, so this priority is for August or July?
You said his priority date was December.
Okay, no, I'm talking about this visa bulletin.
This is the visa bulletin.
Is for August or July?
This is, what am I on? This is July.
Okay,
Is
I
there
think
an-
for the August.
Is
For
the
the
August one
available.
out?
Yeah, I
me
think
see.
August is available already.
Let's take a look. Oh, you're right. Let's take a look. Can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
All right. Yep, there you go. That's right, because there was a big jump. So June 15th, 2024. Yeah, you're right. So yeah, he can apply for the 485. I'm glad
Okay.
you said that. Thank you.
You're welcome. And right now, the I-130 is not approval yet, but I think that he can take the receipt notice to apply for the 45 and apply for the 765 also.
And advance parole if he wants it. Mhm.
No, you don't want to. Please, I'm confused with the price now because I know that the 485 is 1,440 and the 765 is how much? Is it 200 something? I forget.
I don't pay attention to that stuff. I don't know.
Okay, I will check it after. Thank you very much. And one more question about no, it's not one more question. It's stuff to tell you that thank you very much. I came here last time and I was asking you about my green card that I sent in February, and it was 3 days. I was saying I don't have receipt notice, but with your advice, I sent more than 1,500 copy to them, and in 1 month I got my work permit. In 2 months I got the green card.
Awesome. That's
So
great, Ito.
thank
I'm
you
glad,
very much, and I can tell everybody that you are the best, because if you send them everything they want, they will not do shit for you again. They will give you everything you want.
Awesome. Great advice, Ito. Thanks, buddy.
You're welcome. Thank you. Bye bye.
Happy for you. Yep. I think we're getting quite the little following in Togo. We've had 3 or 4 Togo calls this week. I think people really in Togo. So now we're Nigeria, Ghana, Togo. We need to get over to Senegal, where my very first immigration client of all time came from Senegal. We got to get over there. Nelson, what's up, Nelson? You're on mute.
I'm sorry. There you go. Can you hear me?
I gotcha.
Okay. How you doing?
Great. How are you doing?
Good, good. I just got a quick question for you. And so I have granted for asylum on 2012, which was like 12 years ago. And
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. And I already went through all the process with permanent residence, and I became a U.S. citizen on 2020.
Awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. But now I have a question. Since my case of asylum, it wasn't concerned about gang members or stuff like that. It was something about the
Oh, I
government.
know. You want to know if you can go back to your old country, right?
Yes.
So,
If I'm gonna have any problems or anything like that, that's why I'm just trying to, get a
make the
guide before I do something
make the
stupid.
pitch. Please make the pitch to me why it's safe for you to go back now, but it wasn't safe for you when you got asylum. Tell me why.
Okay. So do you know the what happened on 2009 in Honduras, which was they kicked out the president on that time, and it was a whole mess and all that. So my problem began in that time. So it was because the government that it was on that time, and then nowadays the government is being changing for a couple of times already, so they're not there anymore. So I believe that my reason for why I left the country is not there anymore. But since I've been here for like 12 years already, so I already made my life in the U.S.
That doesn't matter. That I don't care about your. I mean, I'm glad you made your life in the U.S. So the reason I asked you to give me your pitch is, I mean, 98% chance, no problem, right? 98% chance a U.S. citizen goes back to Honduras, probably not going to be a problem. But let's just say you get some crazy CBP official who wants you to explain why it was safe for you to go back to Honduras when you got asylum in the first place. So, it doesn't really matter what Jim thinks, and frankly, it doesn't really matter what Nelson thinks. Would the rest of the world agree? Would an expert agree that things for people like you in Honduras are safer now than they were 12 years ago?
Okay.
You think yes?
I'm sorry, you were frozen.
You think yes? You think you could prove up that it's safer for you to go back now? That's the whole shooting match.
Okay. I mean, I don't know, to be honest, because I was just like thinking that maybe because the government already changed up, a couple times.
I mean, in my mind, there's still a lot of people right now in 2024 claiming asylum from Honduras. So you might want to look.
If you see most of the cases are gang member related, and mine is not even close to the gang member related.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So, but is it safe? Is it safe? Is it? Let's just say, would it be safe for me to go to Honduras?
For you?
Me, yeah, I mean.
Yeah.
Safer for me to go than you to go, or we'd be the same?
It will be safer for you.
Why do you want to go to Honduras?
Because I have a little thing with my nanny. She got jumped by some people, and then she got hurt, and she almost, passed away. Mm-hmm. And I was just trying to see if I can go see her. And
can you go see her in another country or no?
Well, I don't know if they're gonna be able to move her from where she had right now. So that's my
again. I
my
think
main concern.
If you're asking me what's the safest thing to do, the safest thing to do is not to go. If you're asking me what are the chances of me getting in trouble, I think they're pretty small. And if you ask me, Jim,
pretty cool happen.
Could.
Okay. Now let me ask you this, Mr. Jim.
Sure,
if
buddy.
it was you, will you go?
No, I wouldn't.
Okay.
Thanks, Nelson. Good luck, buddy. Sorry about your nanny. Yep.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
All right. Bye-bye. Yeah, that's a tough one. We talk about that a lot. I would say that I've mellowed a little bit on that. You guys know usually I get all yelling and screaming about that stuff, but I don't think David said people are still claiming asylum for Honduras. That's right. I agree. What was I gonna talk to you guys about something? Oh, he was wearing that Utah shirt. So here's a funny thing. So I think in my past, there must have been Mormons in my family, the Hackings. When Amani and I came back from our wedding, there's a lot of Hackings in Utah. When Amani and I came back from our honeymoon back in 1999, we came back from Bermuda, and I remember there was a guy named Jeff Hacking in Utah. Jeff Hacking, he was a newlywed too, and he killed his wife and stuffed her in a mattress. So my wife was very worried because the headline said Hacking kills wife, right? Hacking kills wife and sticks her in a mattress. And it's interesting because I know we have people. My ancestors have people in Utah. My aunt Viola, who was when I was a kid, she was the oldest registered nurse. Nurse Laurel like this. She was the oldest registered nurse in the state of Missouri. I think she was like 102. She had been born on a Calistoga wagon in the Oklahoma Territory, and her family had to turn around because the Native Americans had attacked. So she was Viola hacking. So they were on their way to Utah. So there's always like, so when I saw the shirt, I thought of Utah. Dan, what you got? You're on mute, buddy.
Yeah, how are you doing?
I'm good, thank you.
So my parents just got their immigrant visa under the F4 category of family-sponsored visa. In
Nice.
2000, my uncle had applied the petition in 2007.
Yeah.
So they just got approved and they came to US, and I'm already in US. So I have to ask if I qualify for the Child Status Protection Act, and if I need to adjust my status because my name was in that petition.
How old are you?
I'm 30.
So CSPA probably didn't cover all that. How long was the I-130 pending?
So I'm not sure about that because my uncle doesn't know a lot about these notes, but the whole time that they had waited was 17 years.
Well, sure, that's true of everybody, but the Child Status Protection Act doesn't just say all kids of people on an F4 visa get to come. There's a whole math and a calculation, and it's your burden. I would imagine that USCIS only took about 4 or 5 years to process the I-130. And if that's true, then it's most likely you aged out and the CSPA doesn't cover you.
And what are my other options if I would
your mom and dad can apply for you, but that's like a 10-year wait.
Even if I'm like in the US?
Yeah. I mean, what's your status in the US?
I'm currently on F1.
The fact that you're here doesn't change when a visa becomes available. I mean, right now, we were just looking at the visa bulletin. Right now, they're processing cases from 2000 and let's see, 2017, and the final action date is 2016. So your mom and dad could file for you, but you'd have to stay in status the whole way through.
All right, that sounds good.
Hi, Dan. See you, buddy. You got it. Yasser, how you doing, buddy?
Hello. Hi. How is Mr. Jim? How are you? Okay.
I'm great, thanks. How are you doing?
I'm fine. Jim, let me to take you please for the embassy procedure. Can somebody, after he get the immigrant visa from the embassy, submit a green card, form for green card, or pay for green card?
You mean pay the Ellis fee?
Yeah.
So, well, you're supposed to pay the Ellis fee between the time they approve the visa and the time you come to the United States. So I would say yes.
Yeah. So this how to pay? There's some form or something?
Yeah. So just Google pay Ellis fee, ELIS. I'll put it in the comments. Pay Ellis fee, and there's just a website, and they just go on there and pay it.
Yeah. Okay. Also, another question, please. I have one of my friend. He got the immigrant visa. He go to US, and then before he got his green card, he left US.
That always makes me mad.
What's the problem? While he outside US, he got biometric appointment, so he wasn't there. Then now his visa is about to end because it's around 1 year, I think, something like that. He can return back now for US, or he has a problem because he not take advance parole or something when he left.
He didn't need advance parole, but he needs to get his ass back to the United States yesterday.
He should return back soon.
Yesterday.
Okay, thank you. That's all. Thank you so much.
Hi, Yasser.
Thank you.
See you, buddy.
Bye-bye.
You got it. Bye-bye. All right, Kits. Hello, Kits.
Hey, Jim. How's it going? Sorry, my camera is not working today. Thank you for taking me. So I wanted to follow up on my sister's case. I sent an email with the dates for her arrival, and we're trying to figure out if I can have my mom apply for her adjustment of status while she's here in the US because her case went in when she was under 21.
Okay. What's the question?
Can I file her adjustment of status now? She's in the U.S. on a J1, not a J1, is it? Yeah, J1 visa for 3 months.
Is she subject to Rule 212E?
I'm not sure what that is.
That's a rule that when you're done with your J1, you go back home for 3 years or 2 years.
No, she's not subject to that.
Okay. So, how old is she?
She's 21 now. When her I-130 went in, she was 19.
Well, so that's the same Child Status Protection Act. We'd have to do all the analysis of whether or not she's eligible. Are you saying you emailed me and we didn't get back to you?
Correct. About
can you send
over a month ago.
Can you send it one more time?
Oh, Jim, I've resent it. I've been in contact with Julia. I've called the office. I feel like I'm harassing you guys at this point.
No, hold on. Hooley's here. Yes, Hooley. Hooley, we can't hear you. You're on mute, Hooley. We can't hear you.
Uh-oh.
She's got it. Okay. Kits, Hooley will send it to me and I'll get back to you this weekend.
Okay, perfect. I appreciate you so much.
Cool.
Have a good weekend.
Course.
Thanks, Julia.
Okay. Bye. All right. Bob.
Hello, sir. Hello, Mr. J.
How are you? How you doing, buddy?
Can you take me off the camera, if possible?
You're off the camera. Sure.
Thank you, sir. My problem is, or my issue is now, I made the interview for IR1 visa, which is giving 10 years residency. After I got married and made my interview in the embassy. So yeah, the last thing was required from me is the tax transcript for the last year.
Mm-hmm.
So my situation is, my wife doesn't want to give me the tax transcript, and I don't know what to do. What is my options here? What's the solution for my issue? Because
you mean she doesn't want you to come anymore?
Yeah, that's what the situation from her side says. Like, she is totally after like more than 2 years of marriage, and we waited for a long time to get to the to the appointment. She came to my country. She visited me 4 times. We take vacations. We had a big ceremony. We did everything was like totally bona fide marriage, and it was great. But
but it sounds like she's done.
Yeah, that's what she is like. Shocked me at the end when I told her, like, they asked me for the tax transcript the last year, and she totally like ghosted me and didn't want to talk about that anymore. That's like since the pandemic of Corona 2022. So the embassy tried to notice me that I didn't send anything or the tax, or so I told them I'm not ready. They delayed it, and now I don't have the tax transcript.
It sounds like you're not coming. It sounds like you're not coming to the United States.
Yeah, that's what I like. I don't know what's my situation now. Like, what's my solution for this?
Your situation. There's no solution. The case is over.
Yeah, that's the situation now. Like, if she is refusing to give me the tax, the last year tax, there is no solution for that.
No, you're not coming.
So that's the case here.
That's it.
No solutions, no VAWA or something like that.
What VAWA? What are you talking about, VAWA?
I heard some like, I tried to search for solution for that. What's my situation? What's my problem? If I can do something about that.
Did she assault you? Did she hit you? Did she abuse you?
She did abuse me after after the interview, she was like treating me badly. She was talking to me bad, and I went through
what does that mean?
hard stuff.
What does that mean? She talked to you bad.
tried to tell me like this marriage wasn't great for her. Wasn't like nice. And I went through some stuff in here with my family because it was like a big marriage here.
Well, here, let me put it to you this way. I think that the I-130 case is over, and I think a VAWA case is going to be almost impossible to win from overseas. So I think
Yeah.
that with this person, you're probably not coming to the United States.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your time.
Good luck. Yep, good luck.
Thank you.
All right. All right, one last call for today. Oh, Nishi's here. Hi, Nishi. How you doing? I've been thinking about you, but I can't hear you.
Can you please take me off the camera? Appreciate
go.
it. Thank you.
Yep.
So then, I have a question. So, my son case is at NVC where my husband is filing for him. He's under 21. They had reached out to me about twice and told me that they were ready for my case and I should complete up and stuff. So I just did, and I got documentary qualified, DQ. So how long after being documentary qualified, will
What
they get
embassy?
back to me? Jamaica.
So I'll let everyone in the comments say, but I would say probably somewhere between 6 and 9 months.
Oh my God. Knowing that they're the one that reached out to tell me that they're ready for me?
Well, but you're saying all they're saying is that you're documentally qualified. Was the embassy
Yeah.
said they're ready for you, or the NVC?
No, it was NVC.
Yeah, you're just chilling. Yeah, people are saying a year.
Oh my God. All right, Jim. Thank you so much for answering. Appreciate it.
Bye,
Have a good
Nishi.
day.
You got it. Okay, sure. Complex immigration. Hello.
Hello, sir. How are you?
Great. How are you doing?
Good. I have two quick questions, really quick. I did call the show on behalf of my friend previously. I have some update and I wanted to share that with you. But
Okay.
before that, I will give you a very short heads up. I'm sure you don't remember. You talk to many people. So
Right.
I have this friend from Nepal, and she was arrested in the state of Texas on Class B misdemeanor, evading a police officer. EVADING, evading a police officer. She was just driving, and she had no idea police was behind her, and the police said, "You evaded me." Now,
Wait, is
then
this
she,
lady that called me and is this lady that called me and made me mad?
No, I'm not that person.
Okay.
So and then she was offered a pretrial diversion, and pretrial diversion is a conviction under immigration law, and she did not accept that, and she was offered deferred adjudication, and she did not accept that because that is also a conviction under the immigration law. And then
Can be. Yep.
yeah, and she was also offered to make it a reduced charge from Class B to Class C, and she did not accept that. And
Okay.
her defense attorney did a fantastic job, and the defense attorney was able to convince the prosecutor that due to the immigration limitation, she's not able to do that. She's on the pending asylum status. So what the prosecutor said, that since you cannot accept any of this offer, I want you to complete this course and just send me the certification after you complete this course, and then I will dismiss this course, dismiss this accusation or the charge that is against you. First question is that, should she be careful about this offer?
Yes.
How? Could you tell me a little bit more about it?
We still don't. I mean, I can't dig down deep and see if it's still a conviction. It sounds like it's pretty far away from a conviction. Sounds
Right.
like everything should be okay, but yes, she should be careful.
Okay. What are some things she should do, or her criminal defense attorney should do from their side to make sure that it is not going to be a conviction?
Well, I don't know, sweetheart. That's like a really hard thing to say over a phone call without looking at the individual statutes. I don't usually do this anymore because it's such a headache. So I don't do it for people that pay me, and I really can't do it for free because it's just too hard to say. It sounds like she's doing all the right things. It sounds like she's pushed it as far as it can go. It sounds like she's probably done a very good job. of getting it to where it needs to be. But if you're asking me if I can guarantee or promise that it's not going to be a problem for her, that I cannot do.
Can I add a little bit of things to it? So when she was talking to the prosecutor, she asked that if you are dismissing the case because of the immigration consequence, because if a case is dismissed for immigration consequence, that is also a conviction. And the prosecutor said no. If it is going to be deferred adjudication, the prosecutor said no. If it is going to pretrial diversion, prosecutor said no. So it seems like this is the safest option that she can do other than going to the trial. So that is the current situation. I just wanted to explain that to you.
So same thing. It sounds like she's pushed it as far as she can go.
And the last thing before I go, I know the show is about to be over. She is going to expunge the arrest at some point, and there is a video by you about explaining how expunging an arrest or criminal record is going to make all sort of problem for somebody in the immigrant status. So could you advise a little bit on that?
Yeah, don't do it. That's my advice. Don't do it. Or at the very least, keep a certified copy of the complete court file. But generally, I'm against expunging for immigrants.
Okay. Should she get any sort of documentation from the public prosecutor in this regard?
I don't know what that means.
Okay, like the case was dismissed on his own merit, not because of anything else.
So what's the question?
Oh, so the question was that, like you said, she should get the documentation, certified court dismissal copies. Should she also get a document from the public prosecutor that state that the case was dismissed?
They're not going to give her anything. They're not going to give her anything.
Okay.
Just whatever's in the file.
Okay.
All right. Thanks so much for the call.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye. I think that is the same person that called here before. If not, it's their twin sister, because they were asking me all the same goddamn questions they asked me last time. All the same stuff. Same set of facts, same questions, same issues, same refusal by Jim to give a gold star certified seal of approval that this is going to be okay. Yeah. David says I'm right. All right, everybody. Let's do it. Let's do it. Have a great weekend. I hope you all have a great weekend. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. I'll be back tomorrow, probably, or Sunday. Either tomorrow or Sunday. Probably, maybe Sunday, because tomorrow we're having a barbecue. My family's all coming over. So probably no show tomorrow, but we'll see. Hope you all have a great weekend. Bye, all. Thanks, Hooli.
I'm great about that, other than trying to help people who are in a state of invasion.
I mean,